Hi, you have tuned into the Raging Aggron channel, and I'm your host, Djingis, and I'm here with week 5 of the TBL Season 2, and today we are facing off versus Slopstick Comedy. I forgot what his Discord name is, but Slop is the coach we are facing. He's a very, very good battler in his stays. Like, when he has his stays, he's one of the better battlers in this league. He has some pretty crazy sets sometimes. He can be very unpredictable, so this will be a hard match just because of that, and that his team is actually pretty hard to prep for. But I found 2 Pokemon that can actually break through his team pretty easy. I just need to have some prior damage on them, and actually be able to keep away some things from my side of the field that we'll talk about later. But before we do that, I have a short announcement to do. PSL Season 2 will draft this Saturday and Sunday. Okay? This Saturday and Sunday at 1 PM EST is the draft dates if you're watching this, and draft times. I have not decided what to make with the drafts or how to do them, but that's a later problem. I might do a co-thing with someone. It depends on how they feel about it, how much time we have, and so forth. And it will be up pretty short after. This league will finish right before PSL starts. I might have 1 week of TBL and PSL, but that won't matter too much. Both will be like this. Hopefully the PSL will be live. The reason that I'm saying that it will be like this, and it's only for 1 week of PSL, is because we are like, I think it's 2 weeks until we are done with the normal series, and I'm leading the everything. I'm leading the whole thing. I haven't lost a game yet of the 4 that we have seen so far. We'll see how it goes in the 5th today. But the problem is that I'm already part of ABL, and if I go to TBL finals, I gifted a place in the ABL. I gifted a spot in the ABL. Now, the problem with that is that since I'm already in the ABL, I can't get another spot, which means that someone will lose their chance to get the ABL spot because I will go to the finals. I'm pretty certain of that. Only Forog actually has the possibility to overthrow me in my head, at least. But we will see here in the last couple of games if I am wrong or not. So I have decided I will finish the regular season before the playoffs. But when it comes to playoffs, I will jump out of the league and give my spot to the 5th placed person in the league, so more people have chance to join the ABL for Season 3. And that's because, as I said, I have the PSL coming up, and I rather focus on that. This was just something to fill out and start to record leagues again. Looking forward to that. Another league that will start pretty soon is the DBA, and the DBA Minors. And we'll talk about that later when that time comes. But that draft starts Sunday as well for me, so I have 2 drafts to take care of, 2 for my own league, and 1 for a league that I have joined. And my good buddy TJ is the the owner of. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at Slop's team. Slop Popper King, that's his name. Slop is the coach of Chicago Tornadus, and he has a very, very scary team. Even if it doesn't look that scary on paper, when you go into every specific mon, it's a very, very scary team. He has the Mega Gyarados, Garchomp, Klefki, Galvantula, Nidoking, Espeon, Sarina, and Blacephalon. Now, I don't know if you know, but Mega Gyarados gets Dragon Dance, which makes it a huge, huge threat to face for any team, even if it is Water Dark, pretty bad typing in my opinion. It is kind of bulky as well, so it can actually take hits. And it's also the possibility to set up some extra defense if I'm not 100% wrong. Garchomp, always a scary threat. I'm no fan of it, but it's always a scary threat. Then we have Klefki. Klefki is a Pokemon that you never know what it will do. Thanks to Prankster, it can heal. It can't heal up because it doesn't get recovery, but I'm pretty sure it can defog. It can set up screens, it can set up stealth rocks, it can set up spikes, it can Prankster Toxicue, Prankster T-Wave you, it's just a nuisance to deal with. And then we have Galvantula, a very speedy electric type that hits okay hard. It's also bug type. Mostly used to set up webs. If this thing comes, I really need to get rid of the webs ASAP. Otherwise I will have a very, very hard time versus his team. Then he has Nidoking. Nidoking tends to run Scarf for Life Orb. Very rarely you see it specs. Because it has a very good base speed stat to run Scarf with base 85 speed. And it has a very good move pool. Thanks to the sheer force it hits really, really hard. And it's a very hard Pokemon to deal with for all teams, no matter who you are, really. Espeon is also a pretty fast Pokemon, but not very bulky compared to some other on his team. But it is actually a pretty hard-hitting Pokemon as well. I think it has base 125 special attack, which is pretty darn high. And then we have Tsarina, very bulky grass type, great utility Pokemon, can do a lot of things, has Rapid Spin, Queenly Majesty takes away priority moves. It's a great Pokemon to have on every team actually, but it kind of lacks some form of doable set sometimes. Because you want to run AV, but then you lose out of the extra health that you get every time with Synthesis or Leftovers. And if you run that, you lose the extra spot for a move that you actually need, and with the AV you actually bulk on both sides. I mean, it's very hard to actually decide what to bring when it comes to Tsarina. Very hard Pokemon to prep for. So yeah, that's Tsarina. It's a very, very hard Pokemon to deal with sometimes. And then last but not least we have Blacephalon, very hard hitting Ghost Fire type. It has the Beast Boost to make it even more scarier. Has great coverage. Can be run Specs since it's so fast. It can also be run a Scarf to outspeed even faster things, like I have a very fast thing that could be very good to have. That he could be Scarfed for. You've also seen it run Sashed, but I don't think he will do that since I have good opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks on his team. So overall this team he has is pretty... It's not the best team, but that's actually very, very well. Now looking at this team, he has only one Pokemon that I can't touch with the set that I'm bringing around on my Pokemon, so we'll talk about that later on. So let's go to my team, let's talk about that. So first out we have Inflames, our Damanitan, Choice Scarf, Sheer Force, U-Turn, Earthquake, Flameless, Rock Slide, Standard Set, 84 HP, 252 attack, 172 speed with Jolly Nature. This is to 100% outspeed his... I think this is Mega Gyarados when it's just evolving, when it doesn't have the DD up. But even with the DD it should be faster than it, since I am 1 point faster. I also think this might be that I am faster than his Nidoking, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm faster than Modest Nidoking, but I'm not 100% sure about that. This Pokemon is just here to switch around. Like, I only needed this thing for U-Turn to break subs, to get in the Pokemon I need to have in, to be able to take care of different Pokemon to actually deal around 50% to everything that's super effective versus. Then the Flameless is just there to actually be extra threat, same with freaking Rock Slide. And then we have Ailstorm, our Delmax with Assault Vest, Steelworker, Rapid Spin, Gyro Ball Power with Earthquake, 156 HP, 252 attack, 100 Brave Nature, 100 special defense. This thing hits hard. It's bulky enough to actually take hits from a lot of his things. I don't think he has a single knockoff user. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think he has. I'm kind of sure he doesn't. But if he has, Delmax will die because I haven't invested in defense. Should be able to eat almost every resisted hit he can throw at me. This is my primary switch into to his Nidoking, if he brings that. It is also my primary switch into Garchomp and to Galvantula. I also have the Rapid Spin because I can actually stay in and deal a good amount of damage to his Tsarina, and I can get rid of his webs with Rapid Spin, whatever he wants to do. So this is my only way to get rid of webs. If this thing die, I can't really do anything versus webs. Then we have the tech of the week. We have Rub, Zombie, Gliscor, Toxic Orb, Poison Heal, Sword Stance, Agility, Earthquake, Excisor, 252 attack, Adamant Nature, 4 special defense, and 252 speed. Okay, this is a set that is really, really fun. After an agility, I'm faster than everything on his team, even Scarfers. After a sword stance, I 1-hit KO almost everything on his team with Earthquake and Excisor. The only thing I don't 1-hit KO on his team with this set is his Guard Jump. Guard Jump is the only thing that can 2-hit KO, that can defeat this thing after his sword stance and an agility. But even then, it can't take 2 Earthquakes, so you have to have some prior damage on me. If I get this up, unless he has a sash or something, I sweep him when this set is up. This thing completely destroys him. I'm really glad that I went with this set now that I look back on the match that we'll go through later, because it's a very, very hard Pokemon to deal with when you have this set. Like, this is how you should be running Gliscor. Run defensive most of the weeks, and then when opportunity comes, run this at Sword Stance, Agility, Earthquake, and then another move. I don't know, U-turn, knock off, whatever. Then we have Lacuna Coila with Milotic, Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, Scald, Ice Beam, Recover, Dragon Tail, 252 HP, 252 defense, Bold Nature, 4 special attack. This thing is here to get burns with Scald, to get rid of his stupid Guard Jump with Ice Beam, and to face out things that can set up on me with Dragon Tail. It's a good Pokemon to have. Do a good amount of damage to everything on his team. Will be hard for him to prep for. If I can burn things with Scald, you'll have a hard time defeating Hailstorm, Gliscor, and our next Pokemon, our P2, Hatebreed, the Porygon 2, Eviolite, Analytic, Thunderwave, Recover, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, 252 HP, 8 special attack, and 252 special defense, Calm Nature. This thing is here to take care of his Blacephalon. And all other special attackers, of course, but specifically Blacephalon. Let's get a drink, guys. And specifically Blacephalon. It can't take Shadow Ball, Ice Beam 1-hit KOs, Guard Jump I'm pretty sure, Thunderwave to slow down his big threats. And yeah, it's just a nuance for him to deal with. He can't really deal with it unless he knocks off my Eviolite, and I don't think he has a knockoff user. But if he has, oh well, it doesn't really matter too much to me, because he has to click knockoff, and I have actually a pretty good switching with both Rub Zombie and Lacuna Coil that can take a knockoff after they have gotten the burn or toxic respectively. Then last but not least, we have Dream Theater with Mega Alakazam with Alakazite, Trace, Energy Bolt, Cold Mind, Psychic Shadow Ball, 32 defense, 252 special attack, 224 speed, Timid Nature. This thing outspits everything on his team, barring Scarfers, and even some Scarfers, I feel like. I think I outspeed Scarfed Nidoking. I think I do. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I do. I hope I do, but I'm not 100% sure, and it doesn't really matter. Because I don't think he can kill me if it's special attacking. Energy Ball is just there for his Mega Alakazam, really. Not Mega Alakazam, I have the Mega Alakazam, Mega Gyarados. Otherwise, Energy Ball doesn't do jack shit to him. Psychic and Shadow Ball, though, does everything to his team. I could have done Sub here, it would have been scarier. Sub, and then Calm Mind, and I could just destroy his team. But then I lose some roles that I want to live on the special side and even the physical side. But yeah, I 100% destroy his team with this thing. So this will be, if Rob Zombie can't do anything, if Rob Zombie dies or something, this is my 2-go late game sweeper, and it should be able to 1-hit KO almost everything on his team. So yeah, this is my team. This is a team that well, if we go through the team, I think he will bring Mega Gyarados, Garchomp, Klefki, Galvantula, Nidoking, Blacephalon. Those are the mons I see him bring. They could bring Tsarina as well, but I don't think he will do that, since they have in Arcanine. Well, wow, Arcanine, Darmanitan. But we'll see what it brings. We'll do that in the battle, which we're going to pretty soon. Okay, we are here at the battle, and he brought Garchomp, Galvantula, Mega Gyarados, Blacephalon, Tsarina, and Nidoking. Looking at his team, I don't think he has a single Scarfer. I think he will have the Sticker Webs to make up for the Scarfers. I think he will be Specs or Life Orb Nidoking. Maybe Scarf Nidoking to actually outspeed Mega Alakazam, but then he can't kill me. If he Specs, he can actually kill me with something. I think Tsarina will be a bulky variant, since that's his only way to really deal with my Gliscor and the set I brought. If he is offensive, I'll have an easy time to deal with it, since Executor should want to KO it if it's not bulky, no matter if I get an SD up or not. Blacephalon is no big problem for me. I have 2 things that completely destroys it defensively, and that it can't really stay in on with my low tick and P2. Mega Gyarados I'm not that scared of. I can deal with it pretty easy, especially if I can burn it or paralyze it. I'm not that scared of it. Gilventula and Webs is the big problem here, and then we have Garchomp, and you never know what Garchomp does. If it is sub-SD, Earthquake, Ice Fang, I will have a very hard problem dealing with it, but I don't think it will be that. So let's go into the battle here. He leads Arena, I lead Darmanitan. I decided to go for the U-turn, but he stayed in, predicting that, and he went for knockoff, and I decided to go into Ailstorm here, because I didn't think he could kill me, and I thought it would set up Leech Shield or something. So we lost our Wincon directly, one of our Winkongs directly, which was very, very sad. He switches out here to Gyarados to get the Intimidate off. I just go for the U-turn. No need to do anything else here. And I go into Porygon 2. And he switches out into Serena. I go for the Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure. I went for the Thunder Wave, but I miss, which is just like, that's my luck. He goes for the knockoff. I don't really care about that. I have no real use of the Eviolite anyway. I can wall this thing. I can wall Blacephalon either way, and I go for Ice Beam, killing that Serena. Paper is still bulky enough to take hits. He goes out to the Garchomp, hoping to kill me with an EQ, but he does not, and I kill him back with an Ice Beam. So Peter getting 2 kills is pretty darn good for me. He goes out into Blacephalon, and I just switch out into Lacuna Coil here, not wanted to do anything stupid. He went for knockoff, which is pretty bad, but I don't have his Garchomp any longer, so I don't really care about that. Goes out into Gavengel. I just go for the Dragon Tail, breaking any possible Sash. And he goes out into Gyarados here. He Mega Evolves, going for a Dragon Dance. No, he went for Crunch only. And I just went for a Scald, and I got a burn on that Scald. And now this thing is completely nullified. He can't use this thing really. It's just a dead way right now. So he goes out into Galvantula. I just click Recover. He's going to get up his Webs here. No, I went for Thunder. Okay, I just go for Scald, dealing a crazy amount of damage to him. And now he went for Webs, right? Predicting me to recover up. But I just went for the Scald, trying to kill the Galvantula. Galvantula is gone. Stick Reps is up though, but I don't really care because my... Okay, you go for Thunderbolt, I'm fine with that. Now, here's a pretty fun turn. So, I go to Rob Zombie. He is in with his Nidoking. Now, if he switches out, I know that he's either Scarfed or Specs. I couldn't really decide on the damage on Lacuna Coil to see if he's either. But it's not Life Orb. He's either Scarfed or Specs. If he's Specs, Nidoking will win the game for him. If he's Scarf, I don't think he can win the game at this point, unless he is like Sash, Blacephalon, or like sub leftovers Nidoking with some crazy set. Like, that's the only way that he can beat me right now. And I don't think if he is Scarf Nidoking. If he's not Scarf, if he Specs Nidoking, he has a very good chance to win the game. Otherwise, he doesn't really. So this is a big turn for me. I predicted to switch out, predicting him to be in the choice, into a move. And yes, he switches out into Gyarados. Get the Mold Breaker off, I don't really care. And I go for Agility. Now faster than everything he has. And predicting him to not have Ice Fang on this thing, I went for the Swords Dance. And he has Waterfall, and I survived the Waterfall. And now I just go for the... I don't remember if I go for Exorcer or... I think, yeah, I went for the Earthquake, just for the sake of it. And he goes into Blacephalon, and I know that I can't defeat Blacephalon at all. So I just go for the EQ. I forgot that it was faster. But yeah, he kills me, like, it doesn't really matter. But he kills himself with Mind Blown, so it doesn't really matter for me. Right now he has Nidoking, I have my Mega Alakazam. I sent out Porygon 2 to see what he choices himself into. And choices himself into Earth Power. Okay, I'm just calculating that really quick. I can survive an Earth Power, no problem. With Dream Theater. If he is Scarf. If he is Specs Modest, it's a bit of a trickier situation. But he is Scarf, and he can't kill me with that thing. I go for the Psychic and kill the Nidoking. I win 2-0. this is the closest game we have had this season. I didn't play well this match. If I didn't have what I should have done turn 1 was that I should have flare blitzed instead of the U-turn. That has been too predictable right now. So I should have flare blitzed turn 1 because he has the Tsarina in. They would have killed Tsarina and I would still have had Delmise. And they couldn't really have done anything versus me because what would he do? Okay, he could have gone into Gyarados, but I would just have gone into Lacuna Coil and he would have been in the same spot. And if I then got on the burn, I would have completely walled him. So yeah. The misplay turn 1 on my part made it a 2-0 game. This could easily have been a 4-0 or 5-0, I think at least. I think 4-0 is better to say. But it doesn't really matter. I won the game. I'm guaranteed first place in the league right now, since it's only 2 games left, and I am 5-0. So even if I lose 2 games, I can't drop out of first place. So yeah. That was that, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next. This is a bit tad late, and I'm sorry for no glaze yesterday. But that was sometimes you can't do everything that you want to do on a day. But I will make up for that. It will be a double episode on Friday, with a 1 hour long episode on Friday, maybe a bit more actually, depending on what we have to do. But tomorrow there will be a glazed episode. Friday there will be at least 1 hour of glazed, and then we have this, and then we are pretty soon going to go over everything that happens. So yeah, thank you for watching this video again, guys. Please leave not like, what am I going to say? I don't really care what I'm going to say, because my head is just turning inside out right now. I haven't really woken up yet. This is like, well, it's actually 10:15, but I just woke up, more or less. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to eat my breakfast, and make sure that this video gets up, and then I'm going to catch you in the next one.